Hi everyone. Teachers of Sumner County Schools were gathered for active shooter training after a recent shooting incident in Antioch High School on January 22, 2025. For the safety of the people, the county has taken precautions into measure to have staff members fully prepared to prevent a similar situation. Kanye Mosley joins us with more on training for the teachers.
Priority that Sumner County Schools places on school safety, that we're able to
Schools prepare for the unthinkable with active shooter training aiming to provide staff with knowledge to respond effectively in a crisis. These precautions, while unsettling, are designed to enhance safety and potentially save lives in the event of a real emergency.
So this is the first time that the county has ever done this big grant, because it's every school in the county. We do training, we get with teachers individually when they ask. I'm always happy to put together trainings for teachers. There's individual things that they can choose to go to on their own. The information's always there, but this is the first time where on a very large scale, everybody's going to it at once.
Teachers from all around Sumner County gathered to learn how to react to the occurrence. They were placed into rooms to hear how a gunshot sounds from within a classroom. Warning, what you are about to hear are gunshots in a controlled area and only for educational purposes.
Obviously, if you heard that in here and it was completely quiet, you'd be like, man, that doesn't sound right. You know how close he is? I mean, it's very close. If you go out that door, you'll see him, and it is right there. And that was an AR-15 and a Glock. That's why we do it, though, y'all. We don't want the first time you hear it to be the real thing, but you understand now why we do the exercise. You understand why now Covenant didn't hear it, why Parkland didn't hear it. That's the reality of that stuff.
That is our goal today, is that you will be well informed.
And while this is a growing topic in the state of Tennessee, Hendersonville High School seems to be on the move with public safety, as some teachers, such as tennis coach Coach Jones, explains what we as students don't see.
There's so many people that try to come through these doors every day. You kids do not see that, but I see that during my planning and coaching period. So safety is super important here at HHS.
Safety is huge.
But while the logistics of the training matter, the teachers give their opinions on how they feel about having to train for a school shooting, both as a teacher and a human being.
I think it's great. I think that anything that we can do to be proactive about keeping students safe is a good thing. It's unfortunate that we have to do it, but it's the world we live in today. You wish that you wouldn't have to prepare, but there's evil in the world and you have to be prepared for things like this.
Well, I don't think it's anything that any of us look forward to, but I think we all feel it's necessary. It's kind of one of those necessary evils. I think it's one of those things where if we're going to work in a school building, we can't pretend that those kind of things don't happen. And it's better to be prepared and never use it, which is what we all hope for. It's the world we live in today. I like to be optimistic and think that nothing like that is ever going to happen to my family, to my students, to my community. But I'm not naive. So it's one of those things where it's better to be prepared.
Any type of training, I think, is beneficial. This is something that will help us be more prepared, not only in the school, but elsewhere. So I feel like it would be crazy for anyone to not appreciate that type of training, because things happen wherever you are. So this is just an added benefit to teaching, is that we receive this type of training. No one wants to think about ifs or whatever when it comes to that, but I would rather be more prepared than less prepared. While I don't want to see a shooting happen anywhere, I would be better off to know what to do in case of.
They're in there each day.
But even when times seem to go to a high in worry for school shootings, some don't have much of a worry for the occurrence.
I don't know. So me, honestly, I'm a statistics person. Realistically speaking, it's not something I think about on a daily basis. You have to plan for something because you never know when it might occur. But you also have to remember the likelihood of it occurring is statistically pretty low.
Love for our kids, for our staff.
Reporting from Hendersonville High School in Hendersonville, Tennessee, this is Kanye Mosley, alongside with Alex Garcia, HHS.
When Katie came to talk about this,
Thank you, Kanye. And moving on, we have thoughts from students and teachers of Hendersonville High School regarding the bathrooms on concerns for its cleanliness. News reporter from Commander News Network, Haley Canty, joins us with more to share on the bathrooms.
The bathrooms. Dirty, disgusting, and disregarded. For a long time, the link between a student's health and the school bathrooms were unseen. Today, however, 2 HHS students take a look at their school bathrooms and discuss with their peers the potential health impacts, both physical and mental, that bathrooms can have. There's a growing concern being raised by students about the state of the bathrooms here at HHS. Many are complaining about the dirty, unsanitary conditions, causing both frustration and health worries. Students say they've been dealing with unclean restrooms all year long. Toilets are often clogged, trash all over the floor, and foul odors have left many wondering what's going to be done about it. Most people pee 6 to 7 times a day. However, students at HHS are tasked with the difficult job of holding it in, for fear of having to use the dirty school bathroom.
Like once a week if I have to. They smell really bad, and the sinks are always clogged with random stuff shoved in there. They make it to where I have to hold it in and not go to the bathroom, which can make your stomach hurt.
Other students are more worried about the lack of supplies. In the girls' restroom, there's no paper towels or even soap. Students are left wondering why.
I feel like when it comes to the girls' bathroom, I don't know if it's the same with the guys, they don't really they don't restock often, and when they do, it's just kind of like not. Often, like with one bathroom, it took like 2 months to get toilet paper in there, so.
Even some faculty are beginning to voice their concerns for the other teachers.
It's like the school, as long as it stays clean or as clean as possible, it'll allow people to focus on everything else that they need to, rather than we go in and if it looks dirty and it smells bad, then it's just going to have everybody's attitude.
And even as some teachers voice concerns, others blame the student.
I think people just aren't very respectful of property. And so they've mistreated them for so long, written on the walls, left trash, that I think now they look bad, and so people continue to misuse them.
Many teachers and even other students believe the dirty bathroom environment is because of the students' actions. Many students and faculty are waiting and hoping for action. One teacher said she thinks there needs to be an incentive to clean up and renovate the bathrooms, and that there also needs to be funds. She says the school wouldn't want to spend the money renovating bathrooms until students can prove they can take care of them and that it won't be a waste. That's all for today. Yelena Branson signing out.
Thank you, Haley, and once again, we'll move on now to a story on what choir members of Hendersonville High are doing and why they're gathered in a coffee house. Hayden Henderson, reporting on the matter, has more to say on this discussion.
Reach my home, until I reach my home.
On Thursday, March 27th, at the First Baptist Church of Hendersonville, a coffee house put together by the HHS Choir will be performing various singing acts. Choir members talk about the road to making this event possible and how you can attend this melodic masterpiece. This event, directed by the choir teacher Dr. Gary Wilson, is primarily student-led as they pick out and prepare the songs they will sing.
The students prepare all of the performances. I have very little to do with that. So they pick their band who's going to play for them. They pick the songs that they're going to perform. And then they practice and rehearse and get the music ready. And then they make a video of their performance and send that to me. And I just check it for a couple of things. I have to make sure there's not any curse words in it, and that there's not any inappropriate themes or ideas in the song. And then the most important thing is I make sure that everybody in the group is prepared.
Choir students look forward to this event every year. To them, the coffee house isn't just a showcase, it's a celebration of creativity and community. Oftentimes, when singing in a choir, listeners don't get to hear the individual voices of each member, so the coffee house is a good way for each performer to show off what they can do on their own.
So it's really fun to try to find your own groups and find a song that really fits your voice, because as a choir we have to do things together, which is good, but it's good to have your own little moment where you can really do your own thing, you know what I'm saying?
Tickets are on sale now at gofan.co for $7.50. Make sure you purchase a ticket before they sell out, because you won't want to miss this magical night. This is Hayden Henderson, signing off.
Thank you, Hayden. And finally, the AirPod rule, a hot topic with 2023's new principal, Dr. Sawyers. In the creation of this rule, the AirPod prohibition has been taken to the next step, with all AirPods completely banned on school grounds. Gracie Sanjoy joins us here with more information regarding personal opinion from both sides.
The AirPods wireless Bluetooth headphones created by Apple. This device was created in 2016 and was a big hit among teens. Even to this day, teens still love to use these headphones everywhere they go, including school. Here at Hendersonville High School, they have banned AirPods from their grounds, and we're going to find out why. The AirPod rule came into place at Hendersonville High School 2 years ago when the new principal, Dr. Sawyers, was hired. This rule received a lot of backlash from the student community. Today we've discussed with students and teachers at this school for them to share their thoughts on this.
I feel like it should be allowed at least during lunch or towards the end of the day, because it's supposed to be your own free time, and it's supposed to be a moment of peace, and I feel like AirPods just do that for certain people.
The purpose of this rule is for students to be able to hear their surroundings. Teachers have reported that students are unresponsive when their name is called in the hallway and in classrooms.
Harder for you to hear, you don't answer. I've had kids walk away from me with or without earpods, so I'm not for them at all.
The first rule is also for emergencies, and students may not hear the alarms going off because of the device in their ears, but students beg to differ.
Although students seem to hate the idea of the rule, teachers believe it is one of the best improvements to the school. In fact, some teachers even go to say phones shouldn't be allowed on school grounds. Most of the teachers had very positive reactions to the new headphone policy and thanked Dr. Sawyers for implementing the rule. As we talked to other teachers, the opinion about having AirPods in the cafeteria was very different. Next, we talked to the principal of HHS, Dr. Sawyers, to get his insight on why he made the AirPod rule and how he feels this will better the school's environment.
I don't see the benefit. There's a couple of reasons. One of the main complaints I got from parents, when my kid watched the whole season of Sopranos while they were in school, they walked around putting their AirPods in. So I didn't see the benefit of students walking around the building with AirPods in, listening to music, walking down the hallways. It wasn't an instructional use of time. It's just basically entertainment purposes.
This is Gracie, Bella, and Simone reporting on the AirPod rule at Hendersonville High School.
Thanks for joining us, and until next time, this is John Pilton from Commando News signing out.